Guyana women won the toss and asked Jamaica women to take strike. And the final match of match day 3 of the 2026 West Indies T20 Blaze competition. And after 10 overs, Jamaica women, they are 44 for 2. Shadi Nation once again failed to make half her age. This time, she didn't trouble the scorers any at all. She made naught. Abigail Bryce was bowled by Ashmini Munisar for 17 from 22 deliveries. At the crease are Jamaica 2 senior batswomen, Stephanie Taylor and Rashada Williams, as Trameen Marks bowls back of a length to Taylor and she pulls it down to the fielder on the deep backward square leg boundary, bringing up the score by 1 to 45 for 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. I thank you for being here. I appreciate your company and look forward to your interaction. Marks is shot down the leg side. Rashada Williams swing and miss, and the umpire did not signal wide. And it's amusing. It's an amazement that Rashada Williams stared at her. So thank everyone for tuning in to the commentary. I hope you are hearing me loud and clear. Pulled away by Rashada Williams down to that fielder on the mid-wicket boundary. She has been feeling well after she has let through a ball that came straight to her and it went right through her gaps. Fortunately for her, it didn't went for 4. But since then, she has been fielding really well. So Jamaica are 46 for 2 in over number 11. Welcome to everyone, and I really appreciate you being here. Marks to Taylor, and Taylor pulls down back with a square leg again, straight to the fielder, and they will come back for 2 this time, as she didn't pick it up cleanly on this occasion. So 2 more to Stephanie Taylor. She moves up to 7 from 9 deliveries. Jamaica 48 for 2. 48 for 2, Jamaica in over number 11. 1 delivery to come. Our 2 best batswomen are at the crease. Well, Abigail Bryce may have something to say about that. Down the leg side, Stephanie Taylor looked to turn it. Mrs. Canberra did not call it, but no damage done. The score is 48 for 2 after 11. 48 for 2 after 11, Jamaica. Please, I'm asking you to check out the Cricket Forum store by clicking the link in the video description. We have a lot of cricket gear selling and so forth. So you can check out the Cricket Forum store by choosing the link in the video description. And Valentine's Day is very near, and so you can get your M&M chocolate customized. Everyone loves a gift, especially when it is sweet enough to eat. So use the link in the video description and check out the M&M store and get 15% off your chocolate by using the code Lovebirds. Thank you very much. Please check out those stores and welcome to the show. Happy to have you here. I'm coming to your comments very shortly. Shanita Grimman is going to start her 3rd over. She has gotten 7 for 1. 1 for 7, should say. Ambrose, Ambrose was the one who took 7 for 1 down in Australia. This is not that. As Williams was on the back foot and she cuts this away down to backward point for a single. 1 more to the score, bringing it up now to 49 for 2. Stephanie Taylor comes into strike. Banana Brooks, how you doing, man? Greetings to you. Respect and yes, I saw you were providing live commentary, Banana Brooks. Yeah, yes. Nice of you, Banana Brooks. Down the leg side again, Stephanie Taylor looked to turn and misses, and it goes through to the keeper, who once again failed to collect. Thank you, Banana Brooks. You're up to date. So these 2 have added 17 thus far. Good evening, Juna Davis. Welcome to the show, man. Down the leg side, she looks to sweep. Finally, we get a wide from the umpire. That brings up the Jamaica 50 now. So Jamaica is 50. Sherwin said a good evening and bye. He has no interest in local But we could talk some men cricket. No, I don't usually talk men cricket when the woman is playing. Yes, the women, they drew their own. Stephanie Taylor just coming on the front foot and just stroking a full toss, wide of long on. They will come back for two. They gone for one. No, they stay. Or did they come back for two? They stay on one. I thought that they were coming back for two because the fielder had such a long way to move to a right at long on. 51 for 2, Jamaica. Being asked to take first strike. Rashada Williams doesn't seem to can win a toss. I guess she lost the toss also against short pull away. Can't beat the man at backward square leg. And the score remains at 51 for 2. That was Rashada Williams looking to pull, but it get full up on the bat and she was unable to pierce the gap. The score remains at 51 for 2. Shanetta Grimman over the wicket bowls to Rashada Williams, who cuts and misses, and it goes through to her counterpart, the Guyana captain. That's Shemaine Campbell. As Grimman bowls to Rashada Williams, drive, and she's giving out. She's giving out stump. This replay will be very interesting. Campbell was very adamant. I get the impression that the umpire was not looking, but then she decided to raise her finger. So Grimman pitched up Rashada Williams on the front foot, drive, she dragged her foot. Campbell whipped off the bails. Good decision. Very good decision. It's tight though, you know. It's tight. I take back that it was a good decision. That's tight. Very, very tight. Probably when the bails come off, her foot was still leaning forward. At the moment when the bails rise, look at this. She dragged her feet. There's nothing behind the line. The bails come off. She's out. Good decision. Look at that. Brilliant decision. Well done. Good decision. Jamaica captain Rashada Williams goes. So good decision there by the umpire. Yes. Good night to you, Jamor Small. Good night to you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you much, man. Good night, Jamaica. Joan, that's Joan McCrae. Good night, Joan McCrae. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you much. Yes. It was a good decision, Banana Brooks, indeed. Short pull, misses. And the balls stop. And the score remains at 51 for 3. Good night, everyone. Really look forward. I want to. Good night. Watching from Guyana. So, Joan, you're a Guyanese. Good to have the Guyanese in the chat so we can talk about it. And Stephanie Taylor just ease on her front foot but cannot beat Ashmini Munisar at a straight mid-wicket. Jamaica 51 for 3. It's a match that Jamaica has to win. Down the pitch comes Stephanie Taylor. Use her feet and hit it over the top down to the long off boundary for 4. Good shot by Stephanie Taylor using her feet. I hope the men were watching that. She just skips down this track. She never went across the line. Look at that high elbow. Look at her face on the ball. And look how she opened up her body to access the ball and play it oval mid-off down to the boundary for 4. Great shot by Stephanie Taylor. Class. Absolute class. Marks to Taylor and Taylor works it away down to long on for a single. 56 for 3 now. Jamaica after 12.5. Taylor moves up to 13. Waysome comes in to strike. Yes, so Jamaica have suffered 2 consecutive defeats, and we really hope to. Joan McCrae, unfortunately, we have to turn it around against you tonight. Have to. Marks to Waysome turn this away into the mid-wicket region and we'll get a singer, taking over the score to 57 for 3. At the end of over number 13. 57 for 3, Jamaica at the end of over number 13. Rashada Williams made 23. She went stump. Brilliantly so. Abigail Bryce was bowled for 17 off 22 deliveries. Taylor is on 13 not out, along with, at the crease with Waysome. The other batswoman to out was Shadeen Nation, and she made her customary score of naught. So 57 for 3 Jamaica after 13 overs. Please remember to check out the Cricket Forum store. You can do so by clicking on the link in the video description and purchase something from the Cricket Forum store. All the logistics is done by Amazon. So when you click on the link, you go to Amazon and there is our storefront. Down the leg side, she allows it to go through. That's Waysome, but it was very, very close to the leg stump. And Stephanie Taylor is going down to have a talk with her. I'm surprised that Waysome is batting as high as number 5 in this Jamaica batting order. What about Lena Scott? Well, you will never know, you know, because probably she has improved her batting that much. So let's see. But I would have expected Lena Scott to bat ahead of her. Millington, Fafana Millington bowls to Waysome, who's off her back foot, played it to mid-off. The ball bunks away to mid-off, which allows them to come through for a singer. It never went to mid-off fluently, but I don't like that. I'm telling you the truth. From a West Indies cricket point of view, I don't like to see the ball going to mid-off and they're running a singer. It should never happen. Banana Brooks is saying that we need at least 110 minimum. Well, I would say so too. I would hope we'll get a little more than that. We got 110 the other day and in our last match on Thursday, and Barbados screaming it off. Fafana Millington comes in, bowls. Off the back foot goes Stephanie Taylor. She pierced the gap, but there's a sweeper on the deep boundary, and so she will only get 1. But she was off the back foot. Good-looking shot there by Stephanie Taylor. Class oozing from her. 1 more to the total. 59 for 3. Waysome comes and strikes as Fafana Millington bowls to Waysome, and Waysome plays this to extra cover, and there is no run. The score remains at 59 for 3. 1 delivery to come in over number 14. Waysome is on 2. Taylor is on 14. 2 to come, should say. Millington comes in, bowls, and she swings this high in the air, down towards long on. The fielder just circle around, picked up as it just bunks away down towards the fielder coming off the long on boundary, and that's another run. So 1 more to the total. 60 for 3. Taylor is on strike. Millington over the wicket, bowls to Taylor, and she whips this to, that's the fielder at mid-wicket at the end of the 14th over. Jamaica has to bat by Guyana, or 60 for 3. Yeah, I definitely think that we need 110 or more, Banana Brooks, you know. Now with Valentine's Day coming up, you know, what better way to treat your loved ones than giving them something that is sweet enough to eat? And you can always customize your chocolate. And what better chocolate to choose than M&M? And you customize the M&M brand. And check out the link in the video description. Use the link in the video description. And then use the code Lovebird and get 15% off your M&M chocolates. So they sent for the helmet. Apparently, Seema is coming into the attack. Let's see what the Seema can do. 60 for 3, Jamaica. After 14 overs, being asked to take first strike by Guyana, who won the toss and inserted Jamaica to bat first. It's a 60 for 3. 60 for 3. So let's see who is coming into the attack now. Oh, Gajnabi. It's a long time I haven't seen Gajnabi bowl. She'll be bowling some. Her first over went for 9 runs. She's bowling some medium pace. Here's Gajnabi. Right arm over the wicket, bowls and swing in the air by Waysome. It just bunks at where the 30-yard circle is. Nonetheless, Jamaica got another singer. The score goes up now by 1 to 61. 61 for 3 in over number 15. 61 for 3. Canberra setting his field. Gajnabe to bowl to Stephanie Taylor. None for 10 from her 1.1 over. She comes in now. Over the wicket, bowls to Taylor. Taylor just steer this away down to third man. Good shot. She timed that well. It raced away into the boundary for 4. Oh, lovely shot by Stephanie Taylor. Gajnabe was short outside the half stump and the veteran batswoman just guided it away. Beat the short third man into the boundary for 4. Good shot. Timing. Sheer class. Look at her. That will take the score up now to 65, should it be? 65 for 3, Jamaica in over number 15. As Gajnabe comes in now, bowls to Taylor. She's in, bowl to Taylor off the back foot. This time she goes fine of 4 more. Oh, this time she played it to the left of the third man. The first one was to the right of her. This time she played it to the left of the short third man. 2 consecutive 4 by Taylor. This time she just wait on it to come to her a little more and just played it this time to her left. Between her and the keeper this time, down to the boundary for 4. The first one was between the short third man and the backward point. Jamaica 69 for 3. Gajnabe over the wicket, bowls to Taylor, and she stroked this elegantly, ever so sweetly, down to the fielder coming off the cover boundary. 1 more to Jamaica, 70 for 3. Taylor showing all class. She moves up to 23 from 22 deliveries. Waysome comes into strike. Gajnabe is mesmerized. 1.4 overs, none for 19. She's over the wicket. She bowls to Waysome, and Waysome swings and misses. Loud appeal. She's given. She's gone. Waysome gone for 4. Good catch by Canberra standing up, and Jamaica lost their 4th wicket with Waysome swinging across the line, and she's gone for 4. Jamaica 70 for 4 after 14.5 overs. Gajnabe getting the breakthrough. Wow. Brilliant. She absolutely brilliant, Banana Brook. She's good. She's good. Jordan McRae saying, let's go Guyana. We need a wicket. Well, you got a wicket there. You know, but as long as Taylor is there, Campbell is really keeping good, you know. She's really, really keeping good. Really keeping good, Campbell. She's on top of her game. And this, who's this is coming out? Is this Wilmot? So what happened to Lena Scott? Lena Scott is in this Jamaica team. That look like Nesbet. What's on that shirt? Nesbet? Oh, it's Wilmot, Kate Wilmot. Has Lena Scott batting fallen off that much? I mean, she went to the World Cup as a batswoman for the West Indies under 19. Has her batting fallen off that much? It's left to be seen. I would have expected her to come at number 5. Gajnabe bowls to Kate Wilmot, who was also in that West Indies World Cup team, and she played it down to... No, she didn't make the team. She never made the cut. She was part of the training squad, but she never made the cut. And that one goes to Midan, no run. 15 overs have been bowled. Jamaica 70 for 4 after 15 overs. And Taylor is looking in immaculate. Is looking in immaculate form. She really looks good. She's on 23 from 22 deliveries. And the thing about Taylor 23 from 22 deliveries is that she have not sung across the line or anything like that. You want to say it just pleasing on the eye to watch it. Very pleasing on the eye to watch it. So the field, there's a sweep on the cover boundary, there's a backward point, there's a cover, there's a mid-off, there's a mid-on, there's a mid-wicket. I can tell you that. So Schultz is coming back into the attack. Casey Schultz, who was in Trinidad playing cricket, male cricket. She was in Trinidad playing with the males. So let's see. That was probably 2 years ago, though. Yes. So there, Campbell making some adjustment to the field. So we don't know where the fielders are. Honestly, we don't know where they are. Shows the left-arm orthodox spinner comes in, bowls to Stephanie Taylor, and she pierced the gap between backward point and cover. So I can tell you that there's a short third man, there's a backward point, there's a cover, there's a sweep on the cover boundary, and there is a long off. Kate Wilmot comes into strike now. As here's Casey Schultz, left arm orthodox, round the wicket, comes in, bowls to Wilmot, and Wilmot drives. Can't beat the extra cover, and there is no run. So there's a ring of 3 on the offside. Then you have the sweeper on the cover boundary, and then you have the long off. So that's the fact. There's 5 fielder on the offside. A ring of 3. So that's backward point, cover, extra cover. Schultz, round the wicket, bowls to Wilmot, and Wilmot eases this one into the offside. They go through for a suicide singer, and she's out. Stephanie Taylor has been run out by Kate Wilmot. Let's see, what Stephanie Taylor should have gone back in her crease, or Wilmot should have taken it. So Stephanie Taylor was about to go, and then she stopped, and Wilmot still come through. And the batsman cross, and Stephanie Taylor has to go. How can you dare do that, Kate Wilmot? You don't run out the premier batswoman, none at all. A simple IQ cricket, that, you know. When we speak about low IQ cricket, that's what happened there just now, you know. And Kate Wilmot is one of the first person to be interviewed on this show. I know her quite well, you know. Know her quite well. But that's low IQ cricket. You don't run out the premier batsman, you take the run out. You have to take the run out. Mark, it was a mix-up because Stephanie Taylor left her crease. But then now, you have to take the run out. You have to take the run out. So Lena Scott comes to the crease and she swept that one down back with a square leg for a single. And damn it, man, Stephanie Taylor was looking so good. Oh, man. Oh, my Lord. She was looking so good. You can't follow that list, though, you know, Jamor Sumal. Don't follow that list that you say put up. They never yet get it right. Yeah, pity the last batter did not learn from how Taylor was playing those offside shots, said Banana Brooks. Oh no, Taylor had a word with Wilmot just before. I wonder what she said to her. More than likely, she's saying hit it in the gap. Yeah. 72 for 5. She swung this down to long on. The ball dropped and then dribbled down to long on for a singer. So she's off the mark. End of over number 16. Jamaica 73 for 5. It is simple, basic, IQ cricket. You don't run out the premier batsman or batswoman. You don't run them out. You have to take the run out. Especially when the gap is so wide. The gap between Taylor and Wilmot batting is wide like the ocean, figuratively. You know, Kate Wilmot cannot bat 5% of how good Taylor can bat. And yes, there was a mix-up. There was a mix-up, and as Banana Brooks said, don't know what Taylor told Wilmot. Probably she said, give me the strike. So Wilmot, with her inexperience now, just tip and a run. You know, but that's when the IQ chip in. That's when the IQ chip in. When you realize that Taylor is stranded, you have to take the run out. You can't run past her. You can't run past her. You can't run past her. That's where the IQ chip in. Yeah, that's where the IQ chip in. It's sad, very sad. Gajnabi comes in now, bowls to Scott, and Scott drive down to long on for a single, one more to the Jamaican total, 75 for 5 after 16.3. Just came on the front foot and drove that down to long on. And I don't see anything from Wilmot and Waysome to suggest that they should have batted ahead of Scott. Gajnabi comes in, bowls to Wilmot, who looks to turn that down the inside, taking on the pad. 3 fielders converge on it. In a where forward short leg would have been, included the keeper. There is no run. 75 for 5 after 16.4. 3 overs to go after this. Exactly 20 deliveries remaining in the Jamaican innings. It is tragic, Jamor Small. It is indeed tragic. Here is Gajnabi. She's over the wicket. To bowl to Kate Wilmot. She bowls off the back foot. She goes, cannot beat mid-off, who came to her left, picked up, sends the return in. They go through for a single there. And they are running on the shot here, you know. They are running on the shot here, but the mid-off struggle as she has to move to her left and allows them time to come through for the single. One more to the Jamaica total. Wilmot moves up to 3. So Scott comes in to strike. Thank you for tuning to this live watch-along. We call it a watch-along, you know. 76 for 5 now. 1 delivery to coming over number 17, Gajnabi. 1 for 22 from her 3 overs. She's going to be bowling to Lena Scott. She's over the wicket. Bowls to Scott, and Scott drive inside edge onto her pad. Oh, another run out. No, she misses the stump. Oh, that young lady is appealing and don't realize that Canberra misses the stump. So it was a full toss. Scott looks to drive. She got the bottom edge. It bunks in the pitch. It went through to Canberra. Canberra did not pick up. And they decided to go for a single, although the ball was right beside Canberra's foot. Lena Scott ran out of her crease because she was dependent on the call from Kate Wilmot. She thought that the ball has gone further, but Canberra came in and missed the stump. And so Scott was allowed to get back into her crease. Action pack here. It's really action pack. Look at that. The ball was nowhere. Oh, but Scott was looking at it. Scott was looking at the ball. So where was she going? I thought she was running on the call of Wilmot. She was looking at the ball. So where was she going? Confusion here in the Jamaican squad. Grimman comes in, bowls to Wilmot. Wilmot off the back foot, stroke it back down the pitch to the bowler who field, and there is no run. The score remains at 75 for 6. Or is it 5? Here is Grimman. She's over the wicket. Bowls to Wilmot down the leg side. She swings and misses. And then they go through for the bye. Will a wide be signal too? So let's see if wide is signal. Yes, so 2 for that. So the score goes up to 78 for 5. Jamaica 78 for 5. Grimman is going to bowl to Scott. Right arm off spinner. Her sister Liliana Grimman and her will open the batting later. Bowls to Scott. Another full toss. Scott doesn't put it away. She almost yorked herself. She played it back down the pitch to the bowler who fielded in her follow through, and there's no run. Scott is on 2 from 5. Grimman comes in, bowls to Lena Scott down the leg side. So he swing this away down back with a square leg. Work for the fielder who came across to her right and picked up and limit them to 1. 79 now for 5 after 17.3. Wilmot will comes into strike. Both Jamaican batswomen are on 3. The projected score is 90. 79 for 5. 15 deliveries remaining in the Jamaican innings. Grimman in her final over. 2 for 13. She bowls down the leg side. Swing, miss. Wide signal by the umpire. 80 for 5 now. Is that Jacqueline Williams? Yes, that's Jacqueline Williams, the Jamaican international umpire. So the score is now 80 for 5. 17.3 overs have been bowled. The leading umpire in the West Indies. So Grimman decides to go around the wicket. The right arm off spinner. She bowls to Kate Wilmot. Off the back foot she goes. Cavalier flashed it away. Wide off mid-on. Down to the fielder coming off the cow corner boundary. One more to the Jamaican total. 81 for 5 after 17.4. Scott is on 3. She comes into strike. As round the wicket comes Grimman. She comes in now, bowls to Scott, and Scott again get a half volley, a long half volley, and just tap it back down the middle of the pitch to the bowler who field in her follow through. Here is Grimman. Round the wicket, she bowls to Scott. And Scott off the back foot, swing this high in the air. The fielder coming off the long off boundary, didn't attempt the catch. The deep backward square leg boundary, didn't attempt the catch. End of over number 18, Jamaica 82 for 5. The two batsmen at the crease are Kate Wilmot and Lena Scott. Kingsman, blessing to you. Blessing to you, Kingman. I said, well, Banana Brooks, he said, too much action to comment. Yeah. A lot of action, King Banana Brooks. I know it's approaching midnight now in England. Thank you for tuning in, man. 10 minutes past midnight in England. Wow. And you know, at in another 5 and 2, 7 hours time. And I say in another 7 hours and 20 minutes time, West Indies will be playing Afghanistan in that crucial, ever so crucial under-19 World Cup match. As Fafana Millington comes into the attack, her final over this, her first 3 overs were none for 9, that turned away by that Scott. One more to the Jamaica total. 3.1 overs, none for 10 for Fafana Millington. And what I like about Fafana Millington right now is that for many years she has been an outstanding bowler. Last year it looks like she was a little carefree. She put on a lot of weight, and now she has trimmed back down. So I like that. I really like that. 83 for 5. When you see her last year, you were shocked. Let's watch now as Kate Wilmot is on strike. Millington is over the wicket, bowls to Wilmot, deep in her crease, hedge it onto her pads, tie for the appeal by Millington, and there is no run. The score remains at 83 for 5. Are you covering all the West Indies Afghanistan match? Unfortunately, not Banana Brooks. No, I can't cover all of a 50 over match. That's 100 over. As Wilmot swung across the line and is bowled down, you know. So Jamaica lost their 6th wicket. Wilmot goes 83 now for 6. So Fafana Millington just pitch it up. She swung across the line and she's bowled down. Ball hit in middle and half as she swung across the line, lost her shape. Fafana Millington picking up her first wicket. You know, so that's the situation. Jamaica really in a spot of bother, really in a spot of bother, really in some trouble. Really in some serious trouble at this time, Jamaica. Wow. 83 for 6. I am hurting, you know. I'm hurting. Yeah, so oh yes, the England game, yeah. And that is why we need partnership, you know, like to cover the entire match. We need partnership. We need persons to step up. We need corporate entities to step up so that we can cover all of a match like that one. You know, like the West Indies Afghanistan match, we'll be able to cover it if we have partnership. So I would have probably 2 or 3 other commentators with myself. So in having 4 commentators, we can bring the match in its entirety to those who are unable to watch it. But for that, we really need partnership. And we need, yes. And she's out stump. Brilliant work by Camber. So Lena Scott goes stump. After bowling of Millington. So 2 for 11 from 3.5 overs. It was really a nothing shot by Lena Scott. She lost her balance. She came forward, and as the ball beat the bat, she lost her balance, and it was Campbell just took off the bails. If you look at this from side on, you know, I chuckled there because it was just an involuntary chucker. She came forward, pushed at the ball, and after the ball beat her, it's like she decided, all right, let me take a walk down towards the bowler. And so she's out. So she's out. Christian McKenzie is already at the crease. Who is this new batswoman? So Millington, 3.5 overs, 2 for 11. Sorry about that. And as I was saying about Millington, I like the fact that after being ignored so often by the West Indies selectors, and she clearly got frustrated because here in, here out, Millington has always been one of the outstanding bowlers in this competition and the 50 over competition too. And she has always been overlooked. And it appears that last year she got very frustrated. And when you saw her last year, you would not believe it was her. She was absolute Jamaica 85 for 7 after 19. She was absolutely huge. And to see her now, I really like the fact that she shed so much weight. I would have loved to see her get slimmer, but you know, it's a West Indian culture when we West Indian women love to have something in the hip region. It's just, you know. So there's a baptism of spin here. So Ashwin Munisar to bowl the last over. So the 3 stop off spinner. What happened to interesting? What happened to Nia Latchman? Joanne McRae, what happened to Nia Latchman? Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Joanne. I appreciate it. As I say in the other chat, play the spin straight. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate it much, Joanne McRae. But it just came to me. What happened to Nia Latchman? Swing, miss, stump again. Campbell is on fire. Christian McKenzie just swung at that. And before, there's no balance. No one who is watching this can be comfortable with the Jamaica batting. We can't be comfortable with this. I don't know how to describe it. You know, it is just heart-wrenching. It's very, very heart-wrenching. Very heart-wrenching. The Jamaica batting, it's no, man. It can't right. My only, we're in the final over, 86 for 8. As the new batswoman, who I don't know, her name is not yet on the board, but she was beaten between bat and pad, Anisha Miller. Munisar over the wicket, bowls to, and she swings and she's bowled down. Swings and misses and is bowled down. 86 for 9. You know, as I said, this is, let me read your comment, then I come back. So, very few bats have used their feet and hit down the ground in the competition. Yeah, but you aside from Taylor, she's class, absolute class. Last over, swing for the hills, but they are not connecting Jamor Small. The other 2 games today were not good quality sad to say, yeah, the quality is poor. I need to talk to Shane Deeds, but I want to wait until the competition finished before I speak to him. Because I really want to know what happened at that camp. Why the players who have went to the camp, they seem to be worse. They seem to come back from the camp worse. So I really not need to talk to Shane Deeds. And, you know, Banana Brooks, you saying that today, the other two matches, the quality was not better. Because I was going to find an excuse for the Jamaica team, you know. I was going to find an excuse for the Jamaica team. But if you said it wide down the leg side, 87 for 9, one delivery to go. How did psychologically and mentally, how did Melissa affected the Jamaica team and the preparation and the mindset? And she just blocked the last delivery. So Selena White just blocked the last delivery and they did not run because she's saying that we are not going to all out. How did it affect the psyche, the emotional state, the mental state, the cricket IQ of the Jamaica team? Because I told you, you know, and what you for a few days after Melissa, you know, I never know where I don't know I get through those days, you know, because everything just seemed jumbled up in a one and everything, you know. For a few days after Melissa. I told you about my friend who was in Jamaica for the hurricane, and a week after that, he said when he went back to the US, him say him still hear the hurricane in him head. It come like him still a suffer from the hurricane. The Cat 5 was a serious thing, you know, if you weren't here to appreciate, if you weren't here to. So I don't know. I'm telling you the truth, I really don't know if the hurricane have anything to do with the preparation. You know, I don't know, because the batting is left something to be desired. Now, those of you who are watching the match on Thursday, was it on Thursday that we have the school challenge quiz going on? The environmental school challenge quiz it was a final between Brownstone Primary and the Glen Prep. Now, so we had the first two section, and I'm trying to get up that last section there, that last exciting buzzer section. So that buzzer section was very, very exciting. And I'm trying to find that buzzer section of the match. It was such an exciting match.
Question that was given, the spelling question, based on deliberation from the judges, we're going to scrap the question that was given to Brownstone Primary and award the additional question to Glen Prep. And if they get it, they'll get the point. If not, the question will be passed to Brownstone. All right. And based on that, the level of the question was not the same, hence why we have to scrap it. All right. It's all fair game here. All right. So, Kason, your spelling question is nitrification.
NITRIFICATION. ICATION.
That is correct. And with that ends our one versus one face off. And at the end of the first two rounds, the scores are Brownstown Primary on 14 and the Glen Prep also on 14. We now move into the exciting buzzer challenge. In this section, questions will be thrown open to both teams. First, pressing the buzzer and waiting to be identified will be given the opportunity to answer. If you answer correctly, you will gain 2 points. If you answer incorrectly, you will lose 2 points. If you answer before you have been identified, you will also lose 2 points. Teams, you have 10 seconds in which to answer after you have been identified. Failure to do so, you will lose 2 points. Please note in this section, the questions will not be repeated, so please listen carefully. This section lasts for 5 minutes. Let's have 5 minutes on the clock. The clock will start after I read the first question. What gas is identified as the main contributor to the green that is brownstone?
Carbon dioxide.
To the greenhouse effect, that is correct. What term describes the heat of the earth over time? Glen Prep? That is correct. Which region is brownstone?
Antarctica and the Arctic.
Which region is warming the fastest on earth? That is correct. What human activity produces brownstone? What human activity produces the most greenhouse gases globally? That is correct. Which marine habitat is known as the rainforest of brownstone?
Coral reefs.
Rainforest of the sea, that is correct. Which sector releases the most greenhouse, Glen Prep? Greenhouse gases, according to the document, transportation is correct. Which coastal ecosystem protects, Glen Prep? Protects shorelines and serves as fish nurseries, mangroves is correct. Which act governs building safe, brownstone?
Building Act 2018.
Which act governs building safety and standards in Jamaica? That is correct. Why is seawater unsafe for Glen Prep? Unsafe for humans to drink? That is correct. Which code outlines construction, brownstone?
Bureau of Standards, Jamaica.
That is incorrect. Which code outlines construction guidelines, including water systems? We're looking for the building code of Jamaica. Teams, you're encouraged to utilize the microphone when answering. Children cannot help with climate change. Salute. That is Glen Prep. True or false? That is correct. Ice caps, fill in the blank. Ice caps are brownstone.
Melting.
Ice caps are dashed due to global warming. That is correct. What is the name of Jamaica's long-term national brownstone?
Vision 2030 Jamaica.
Long-term national development plan. That is correct. What is the initial surface used, Glen Prep? Used to collect rainwater called? That is correct. In what year was the first national park, brownstone?
1993.
First national park established in Jamaica. That is correct. Name 2 parishes, brownstone.
Trelawney and St. James.
2 parishes where the cockpit country covers. That is correct. Climate change can use ice at the North Pole to melt brownstone.
True.
Climate change can use ice at the North Pole to melt, true or false? That is correct. Which Jamaican forest reserve is in Glen Prep? Is more important for biodiversity? That is correct. Which group of animals is most brownstone?
Amphibians.
Is most threatened worldwide. That is correct. Which country uses the most wind? Brownstone?
China.
Most wind power in the world today. That is correct. Solar panels change sunlight into Glen Prep. That is correct. Utilize the mic, Glen Prep. All right. Spell phytoremediation. Brownstone.
Phytoremediation.
That is incorrect. It's phytoremedition. Which part of the soil contains decayed Glen Prep?
Topsoil.
That is incorrect. Which part of the soil contains decayed plants and animals? We're looking for humus. What is the science of studying soil called? Brownstone?
Pedology.
That is correct. Greta Thunberg. Which one came first? Time came first? Buzzer came first? Brownstone? Oh, sorry, Glen Prep, sorry.
Sweden.
Greta Thunberg is from which country? Sweden is correct. That brings us to the end of our buzzer challenge and the end of the match. We will double check these scores and be right back with the final score.
So yes, there you had it. The exciting Jamaica Environmental Quiz Competition final between Brownstone Primary, sorry about that, and the Glen Prep. Both schools were from Centon, and that final took place on Tuesday. You know, we had a little issue with the scorecard there, so in the end, you were not able to follow the scorecard. So at a future time, we'll definitely show you the scorecard and show you the award ceremony and so on. Those children were answering some questions that I don't know the answers for those. I wonder how they know those answers. They were answering those questions even before the quizmaster finished with the questions. Tremendous, tremendous. The future for Jamaica looks bright. We have some very, very bright children, you know. So it was good. So Kate Wilmot looks to be going to start the attack for Jamaica here. She'll be bowling to Shanita Grimman, who is opening with her sister Liliana Grimman. She could bat. Hope she can still bat. So Mikel is saying the organizers need to write new questions. It's obvious that these are repeated questions that was swapped by both teams, said Mikel Douglas. Could be, yeah, very likely. Very, very likely. So Bernardo Brooks says some lightning interpretation from those children. Revision pays off. Yes, they were good, eh? They were fantastic, man. Yes, Stephen Roach. Good look for the future. Very good look. Very good look. Very good look. Very good look. Yes. Very good look. Very good look. So Wilmot, she has a slip in place. She has bowled 2 deliveries thus far. I was taking your comments. So here's her. She's a smooth operator and outside the half stump cut away by Grim and Shanita down to cover for 4. She just flashes it down to cover. That's Shanita. Both batswomen are Grim, they are sisters. The shot outside the half stump. It is not a shot that you you will not teach a youngster to play it that way, but it was effective as it pierced the gap and it goes into the cover boundary for 4. Guyana, they are up and running. Yeah, it was a slap, Banana Brooks. Well said. Yeah, it was a slap. And she swings again at this one. It peels off. It goes down to third man for a singer. One more to the Guyana total, pushing them up now to 5 without loss after 4 deliveries. Michael Douglas said, when I play quiz for Knox, we treated repeated question the same way, said Michael Douglas. Okay, cool. You're part of the Knox High School quiz team, Michael Douglas. Oh, that's good, man. That's good, man. Bowls to Liliana Grimman, and she just carved this away down to backward point for 4. Oh. the way the Grimman sisters started, they want to eat off this runs in 10 overs. So the premier fast bowler for Jamaica, Kate Wilmot, is being treated with disdain at this time. So she's at the top of her mark. The slip is gone. She's over the wicket, bowls to Rihanna. That's a jumping ball appeal. She's out, gone. Lovely delivery from Kate. Oh, what a beauty of a delivery. It was back of her length. It was very close to her. She tried to drop to her wrist. Look at that. Back of her length, bang into the pitch. She tried to drop to her wrist. It took the gloves, and Rashada Williams took a catch. Oh, that was some serious delivery. Look at it. Back of her length, bang into the pitch. And she came onto the front foot. Oh, she didn't approach that well, but well bowled. She never expected it to bounce that much. Brilliant from Kate Wilmot. Guyana 9 for 1. Is there still life? Is there still life? As Stephen Rose said, I can see that the Jamaican women knew how to bat. They must have got some advice from Sleepy Chase. I don't understand. You're saying that I can see that the Jamaican women know how to bat. They must have got some advice from Sleepy Chase. I hear you. What a delivery from Kate Wilmot. It was a cracking last delivery. 9 for 1, Guyana. Grimman continues to struggle in this tournament. That's really Anna. Is she a one-season wonder? Vanessa Watt bowls to Shanita Grimman, who pulls it away down backward of square leg for 4. It was a nothing delivery, and she just swung it away down backward of square leg for 4. She just bend at the right knee, and she swung it away down backward of square leg for 4. So Guyana goes up to 13. 13 for 1. With Shanita 9 and her sister Reliana gone for 4. It was a cracking delivery from Kate Wilmot that took the gloves and goes through to Rashada Williams. If you look back at that delivery, it almost killed Rashada Williams. It was a cracking delivery, Absolute cracking delivery. 13 for 1. Here's what comes in. Bowls to Grimman, who played it to mid-wicket, and there is no run. Banana Brook. Sorry, Banana Brook. Stephen Roach, of course, you need to shut up about Manchester United today. We're ball City. We ball them. Have the back foot slap back to Watt, who did not pick up, and mid-off closing, and there was no run this time. So it's good to see that there's not a single to mid-on here. Very good. Mid-off. Watt bowls to Grimman, and she pierced the gap between backward point and short third man, and it goes into the... Oh, she stepped on it with her foot. Oh, brave. Brave. Every time I saw someone done that, Nixon McLean came to mind. Every time. Every time I saw someone done that. Look at her. She just step on it with her foot. There's so many things could have happened there. She saved 2 runs nonetheless, though. What to Grimman? And Grimman is covers up and played it down to offside of the pitch. The bowler stopped it. End of over number 2, 15 for 1. Yes, Stephen Roach, you can't talk to me today about Manchester United. Cracking delivery, cracking football. We ball City off of the park. Them should get 5 love. And Maguire miss a sitter. Casemiro miss another sitter. Ahmad missed another sitter. 3 clear goal. 5 love them forget. 5 love. And I think we scored 2 offside goals too. You know? 5 love them forget, man. 5 love. Yes, Banana Brooks. It was indeed a great delivery. It was a cracking delivery. When I saw that delivery, it reminded me of Joe Garner. Incidentally, congratulations, Joel Garner, for the award that he received last week. He received Barbados' highest honor for its citizens last week. So I want to big up Joel Garner for the award that he received last week. So Kate Wilmot tight on the half stump and the ball played to backward point and there was no run. Let's watch her again. There's a slip in place. She's over the wicket, pitched up, driven in the gap between cover and mid-off, and it runs away down to the boundary for 4. Full toss, and Campbell just hit it in the ground and it bunks away in the gap between cover and mid-off down to the boundary for 4. Just over pitching there. Going for the wonder ball. Bang the ball back off a length, Kate Wilmot. Bang it back off a length. Find that length that you... Try and repeat that delivery that you get Grimman out with. That's what good bowlers do. They try and repeat the good deliveries. They try to remember their body position, their head position, their arm position. They try to remember everything that they did to bowl that good delivery. Try to repeat that. Over the wicket, bowls to Canberra, tight on the half stump. She strokes it into the cover and goes through for a single. The underarm flick goes to Rashada Williams, but the batswomen were through. 1 more to the total, 20 for 1 after 2.3. Guyana replying to Jamaica, 87 all out. 87, not 87 for 9. Let's watch Wilmot. She's going to come over the wicket to bowl to Shanita Grimman. She's in bowl short outside the half stump. Swing and a miss goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. So Michael Douglas is saying that Ruston Chase was bowling like prime Muilita run today in the SA20. The batsman never had a clue. Man was turning the balls big. Okay. Impressive. Happy to hear that, man. Very happy to hear that. Very happy to hear that. Very happy to hear that, man. I am extremely happy to hear those things, man. Extremely happy to hear those things. Always. He's going to be a handful in the World Cup. Wilmot is it? 1 for 14 from 1.4. So she's over the wicket. Ball to Grimman, edged away down to third man for a single. Good work by the fielder coming off the third man boundary. Sends the return into the captain and wicket keeper Rashada Williams. 21 for 1 after 2.5. That's impressive, Michael Douglas. He was turning square today. That's nice. Stephen Roach is saying that my uncle said today that the West Indies would have been better if the nation had stayed together as the West Indies Federation. She's over the wicket. Wilmot comes in, bowls. And that's another good cracking delivery by Wilmot. You know, this time though, the experience of Campbell allows it to go through, but that was really a good, another cracking delivery. Is Kate Wilmot saving the last delivery of each over to bowl some cracking delivery? Because that was indeed another cracking delivery as it bounced away through to the keeper, and there was no run. 21 for 1 after 3. Guyana replying to 87 made by Jamaica. Well, Stephen Roach, I am not going to really get into that because this is really I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that, Stephen Roach. Definitely don't have an opinion of that. You must be laughing today when that team drew 1-1 with Burley at home. Yeah, Burley should have won the match. Burley should have won the match, you know, Stephen Roach. It's lucky that team, they're lucky. But Burnley should have won. You know, lucky them lucky. But look like Arsenal gone with it though. Down the leg side. Wide signal. This is Nishan Wasom. I don't think that, you see, I don't really use that word on this channel, you know, Stephen Roach. I don't use that word. Wasom comes in now, bowls to Grimman, who is solid in defense, played it back down the inside of the pitch. Wasom fielding her follow through, and there's no run. I don't use that word, you know. I don't use that word at all. You know, Michael Douglas, let us talk some female cricket, you know, because it's a female time. We need to give the female their due. Because in truth and fact, when we are talking men cricket, we don't, when we are doing a watch along for the men, we don't talk about the females, you know. So let's give the females their due, although probably it's not a lot to talk about. But we could probably talk about what is, are these girls looking worse than when before they went on that camp with Shane Diaz? Was it that, what is there a boost culture in the camp? Shot by way, some pull to mid wicket. They go through for a quick single, the return hit the batsman and bounce away into the onside, picked up by the field, that backward square leg. The score goes up by 1 to 23 for 1. Campbell on 5 comes into strike. Shanetta Grimman, she's on 13. This is Wasom, the Jamaica slow bowler. She's going to bowl to the Guyanese captain and the West Indies vice captain. That's Shemaine Campbell. She's in bowls to Shemaine Campbell, wide outside the half stump. Wide signal by the West Indies premier umpire. That's Jacqueline Williams, 24 for 1. So she will have to rebowl that one. What are they doing? What are they doing with the score? 24 for 1. Yes, it's a wide. Yes, 24 for 1. They were going to give it. I don't think she's getting swing. She's getting more bunks than anything else. And when she banged the ball into the pitched up, driven through the offside, 4 runs. Oh, Campbell looking good here, you know. Wasom pitched up and she was onto the front foot and she hit it through the offside and it's 4 runs. Lovely shot. And that's what, when Jamaica was batting after Stephanie Taylor out, we weren't putting away the full toss. We definitely weren't putting away the full toss. Here's Wasom now. She comes in to bowl to Camber. Bowls to Camber and Camber defends. The bowler fielding her follow through 28 for 1 after 3.4. Yeah, so she's not getting any swing jam or small, but what happened is that she's getting some steep bunks. And when she bowled tight to the stumps, she's creating some challenges for the batswoman. And she just need to concentrate and do that more often. Wilmot I'm talking about. This is Wasom. She bowls to Camber, who swings across the line, bottom edge it, past her stump, runs away down towards fine leg. Rashada Williams gave chase. She picks it up probably about 2 meters within the boundary and then send the return in at the keeper's end. And it was controlled, not call it, but controlled by one of, is that Chrisanne McKenzie? It looks so. controlled by her, using her foot to control it. So the Jamaican team is showing a lot of football skill here this afternoon, tonight. You know, you recall earlier when they chased the ball down to the boundary, it was stopped by the foot. Waysome over the wicket, bowls to Camber, tighter to her. She turned it away, down towards fine leg. Celine White gave chase, picked up, and they will come back for two comfortable run. Wayward return, but backed up on the strip, on the square, and the score goes up by 32 for 1 after 4 overs. Banana Brooks is saying that Wilmot looks good. Fit enough, smooth run up. The only thing I see is her wrist position. Palm is sometimes not facing the batter. Yeah, yes, Banana Brooks. I noticed it too, you know, and you realize that when the palm face the batter, the batswoman, she's nice and tight on the half stump. It is when it is that there it is pointing towards mid-off, that it is our alignment is out. But even if you look back at the ball that dismissed really Anna Grimman, you realize that the palm was pointing right at her. I'm happy they gave her a third over. They need to bowl her out because she's the only one who looked threatening to take a wicket. She's the only one who looked threatening to take a wicket. Here is Wilmot. She's over the wicket, bowls down the leg side, turn away into the hand side. Well, that was, I wouldn't say down the leg side. It was straight. It was on about mid and leg, but probably too straight. And Campbell was able to, was it Campbell? Yes, Campbell was, Grimman was able to turn it away into the hand side for a single. 33 for 1. Let's watch Wilmot. She's going to come in now to bowl to Campbell. She's bowled to Campbell off the back foot. Cannot beat mid-off, but I guess they'll run a single because that's what they have been doing. They have been playing the ball to mid-off and running. And yes, they run another single, 34 for 1. You know, Banana Brooks, Kate Wilmot have another sister. They're twin. What's her name? I don't remember her name, but she do have another sister. Wilmot bowls pitched up, beaten as she drives and misses. Good delivery. So Shanetta Grimman drives and missed that one, and it goes through to the keeper. Can't remember her sister right now. I don't know if Michael Douglas is aware of her sister or what's her name. Start with K also. Let's watch Kate Wilmot. She's over the wicket, bowls to Grimman, and Grimman is out ball and caught. Brilliant. She looks to slap it and beat the for pace there, and they just lob back to Kate Wilmot. And that's why I said you need her to bowl out her four overs, because she's the only one who is threatening. Back of a length again, tight on the half stump. She looks to slap it, the ball orient to her, and she took a good catch, and she protect the ball. That's well done. She protect the catch. Well done. She picked up her second wicket, 2 for 17 from 2 overs. From 2.2 overs. Good job. Good job, said Jamur Small. Very good job. Well done. Well done. Good job there. So, I was talking about her sister. When was the Under-19 World Cup again? The Women Under-19 World Cup. Was it 20? Was it 21? It was 23. The Women Under-19 World Cup is every 2 years or what? I think it was 23. 22. Because we had one last year, don't? There's so many World Cups and so many variations of it that the old brain can't remember all of them. But the Women Under-19 World Cup, not the last one that took place the other day. We had an Under-19 World Cup the other day. Did we? I don't know. But early in the COVID time there, her sister, who she and her are twin, West Indies sent her sister to India, you know, because her sister was faster than her. And she was even more impressive. Wilmot over the wicket bowls to Shanika Gajnabi, turns it to mid-wicket. I'll have to wait and see if there's any run, as there was no run as Nation closing quickly on it. So her sister was ahead of her, you know, but then she ended up in the World Cup training squad and her sister did not. Was it that her sister was ahead of her, or was it bad judgment for on the part of West Indies? I said, tight again, nice. She's really bowling well, you know. They need to bowl her out. You can't take her off. You must give her the final over. So after 5 overs, Guyana 34 for 2 with Wilmot getting both wickets. 2 for 17 from 3 overs. You have to let her bowl out. You have to try and get another wicket. You want her to get the wicket of Canberra. Because if you can get Canberra and get Gajnabi, we may be in business here. These women can't compete with England, India, and Australia, not even Bangladesh or Scotland. All right. So look at it this way. Stephen Roach, the quality we are looking at is nothing to write home about. It's very disappointing. It's a very disappointing quality we are looking at. But look at Shemaine Camber. Look at Shemaine Camber. Here is what bowls to Camber, and Camber turn it into mid-wicket. And there is a singer. One more to the total. If you are following the cricket, not only this match, but if you have been following all 3 matches, and again, there's no doubt that the quality is unsatisfactory. It's not what we want. But look at Shemaine Camber. Look at Abigail Bryce, Rashada Williams, Stephanie Taylor. Look at the bowling of Kate Wilmot, Fafana Millington, Ashmini Munisar, Shanita Grimman. Look at those bowling. I mean, just this match alone. Look at, you know. So if you're looking at these 2 teams, you would say, yes, we can compete. Now, when you had Matthews, Dutton, and Henry, and you had a Ramarak to it, the West Indies first 9 is not that bad enough. The West Indies first 9 can compete with almost anyone, you know. If somebody like really an agreement find back her form that she had last year, should Kesia Schultz, not Kesia Schultz, the big burly left-hander, Guyana Joseph, continue to play those cameo at the top of the order. And you know, what the girl, Shanisha Hector is her name, from Leeward Islands, you know. So, yes, the quality of the cricket is not up to standard. Vanessa Watts bowled to Shemaine Camber, and she's off the back foot, and she slapped it down to the cover boundary for 4. 40 for 2. So 40 for 2. That was back of her length. And she was off the back foot, and she slapped it away in the gap between cover point and cover down to the boundary for 4. It was a very small gap, but she was able to pick the gap. Yeah, yes, Banana Brook. She shown great athleticism. It was a good catch. She protected the ball. You know, but Banana Brooks is always a pessimist. Not Banana Brooks, sorry. Stephen Roach is an eternal pessimist. Yes, the quality not good, but we can find 11 ladies to compete if everyone is fit. You'd love to see Wilmot and Henry together, said Garth Williams. Open the bowling for Jamaica. Well, you know, Wilmot, Henry's away playing in the double PL, making some good money. And happy for her. Happy for her. Yeah, and see, thank you for backing me up, Stephen Brooks. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you know, and for us to compete with Australia and India, and Banana Brooks, you're right. We can come. I think we are probably third or fourth. We are not third or fourth. We can compete. We can be competitive with England, Australia, and the rest. And not Australia, England, South Africa, and the rest. Now, we can beat India and Australia in one-off matches and so on. I don't think we can consistently beat them, because it means then that you will have to have superhuman performance from Matthews, Dattin, Henry, almost Stephanie Taylor, almost every game to consistently challenge Australia. But we have some quality. Get out of here, Stephen Roach. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. It seems like you're an enemy of West Indies cricket when you talk like that, Stephen Roach. 41 for 2. Let me get back to the cricket, because Stephen Roach is now becoming an enemy. Nation is over the wicket. Bowl short. Pull away by Shemaine Campbell down to the boundary for 4. She looks good, you know. She really looks good. You can see the class in her. You can see that she's different from the rest. It was back of a length, and she pulled it away down to the boundary for 4. You know, I saw and I hear persons, you know, they don't like cricket, they don't watch cricket. As Campbell steered that down towards the cover boundary for another singer, the score will go up by 1 now to 46 for 2. She moves up to 24. Shabika Gajnabi is on 2. She comes into strike to face up to Shedi Nation, the right arm off spinner. Here's Nation to bowl to Gajnabi. She's in bowls to Gajnabi, and Gajnabi was shaping to cut, but then was beaten by the lack of bounce as it goes through to Rashada Williams. The score remains at 46 for 2. Nation, the right arm off spinner. She's going to come in now to bowl to Gajnabi. She's in bowls to Gajnabi. Gajnabi off the back foot cannot beat Stephanie Taylor at backward point. The score remains at 46 for 2 at the end of 7. So persons who...
Sorry, I don't understand.
What happened to Siri, man? So persons who, they don't play cricket, they don't love cricket. In this case, somebody like Stephen Roach, who claimed to love it, but it doesn't seem like he loves it. He's just an enemy of West Indies cricket. And if in the morning, you know, he heard that one of his grandchildren is representing Jamaica, he would not be talking about cricket West Indies need to scrap this tournament because there's no quality. You know? He would not be talking like that. You know? So he's making that talk because he hates West Indies cricket. In bad mind West Indies cricket, in bad mind the people who are playing. So I would not have made this change. I would not have brought in Selena White for Kate Wilmot. I would have bowled out Kate Wilmot. So here's Selena White, standard field from third man to fine leg, bowls to Campbell, turn it away through forward of square leg, the mid-wicket field, and there is a singer. So it's a standard field at Selena White as she has a third man, she have a backward point, she have a cover, she have a sweeper, she have an extra cover, a long off, a long on, a mid-wicket, a backward square leg, and a long leg, the standard field. She need to get in a slip in there. Shouldn't have taken. I don't agree with the decision. When a team wants 40 runs or 41 runs to win a match, you have to have on your best bowler. When are you going to bowl her? When they only need 5? Lord Appeal, that must be out. Give her. Yes. Yes, give her. She's out. Oh, what am I talking about? Big captain Rashada Williams. Rashada Williams are the biggest captain ever. What am I talking about? But keep on Kate Wilmot. Big captain Rashada Williams. That out. Jamaica decision from Jacqueline Williams. Well done, Jacqueline Williams. You have to pull one out of the bag for your country, yes. Although that looked like it was going to hit leg stump. Talk the truth. It was going to hit leg stump. Deep in her crease, it hit her low down, and Gajnabi goes. So we just need to get Shemaine Cameron. Well done. What am I talking about? About keeper and Kate Williams. Big up Rashada Williams. Big captain. What you mean if she a big captain? Yeah? Talking about keeper and Rashada Williams. Big captain. Good night, Uncle Perry. How you doing, man? Happy to have you here, Uncle Perry. Good to have you here. A timely wicket, said Banana Brooks. Yes, it's not over yet. It's certainly not. It's certainly not. Rashada Williams, a big captain, man. You know, see that? Big captain, man. Big captain. But, you know, big captain, Rashada Williams. How I do me, man? How I do me? Yeah? But, But keeper and Kate Wilmot. Rashada Williams, what do you, boy? You know this more than you know. White balls to the new batsman, cut and misses. It goes through the keeper who did not collect. Oh, she did not collect, and they'll get through a singer. White signal by Jacqueline Williams. So there's 2 more to the total, which will make it now 49 for 3. So the new batswoman is Manny Mangru. So 49 for 3. Yeah, but you see, Garth Williams, that's a lovely delivery from Williams as it's touched down and leave the batswoman. That's Canberra. She prod forward and there is no run. That was a lovely, it's the first ball from the start of the match that I saw grips and leave the batswoman. So good sieve movement there from White. So White to Campbell, the West Indies vice captain. She's over the wicket, bowls to Campbell, who's after her back foot, and she played this away down to the sweeper on the cover boundary. That's looked to be Nation, who sends the return on the bounce to Rashada Williams, which should bring up, 50 for Guyana. Yes, that brought up the 50 for Guyana. So 2 deliveries to come in this over. Mangroves and strike. Yeah, Carman. Get in a slip for Mango, Rashada. Get in a slip, man. Mango can't lick the ball a boundary, We don't need anybody from on the boundary for Mango. White bowls to Mango, and Mango is inside edge that onto the pad. Wow. As it pitched up and she inside edge it onto the pad. And there is no run as the ball goes out to mid-wicket. She can't hit the ball a boundary. Oh, it came off Rashada Williams' pad. She was beaten between bat and pad. Because I saw the ball ricochet, I thought it came off Mango pad. But she was beaten between bat and pad. White, bowl to Mango. Mango beaten outside the half stump as that one curves away. This girl can bowl, This girl, Selena White, can bowl. She just need to lose some weight, strengthen her core, because she's getting the ball to go both ways. Garth Williams, I don't agree with that point that you make, and let me put it this way. Maybe saying I don't agree with it is maybe the wrong way, but I don't think that is the way to address Stephen Roach, because there are asks for coaches, for courses. And that's why you have a lawyer and a pilot. Both of them do a good job. Both of them have their profession. And the pilot, unless he undergo training, he will never be a good lawyer. And it's the same thing for the lawyer. He will never be a good pilot unless he undergo training. So just say they do not undergo additional training. The pilot cannot represent you in court, and you wouldn't want the lawyer to fly your plane. So to say that Stephen Roach can't do better than the ladies is not really a good way to put it. For me, it's not a good way to put it, because the ladies are getting paid to do what they are doing. So it is fair to call them out if they are not performing at the standard that they are performing. It is just that she's out caught. Manny Mangu goes as he tried to loft it, and it goes high in the air, and Rashada Williams took the catch, and Manny Mangu goes 51 for 4 now. Jamaica still in this. Tell you that Manny Mangu not going to make a lot. She tried to loft it. It came off her shoulder, went high in the air. Rashada Williams took a comfortable catch. 51 for 4. Shemaine Camber, the Guyanese captain, she's not very happy. Thank you, Uncle Perry. It's a pleasure to always have you here too. I respect you a lot, and I appreciate your support, you know, always. The game might be tight in the end, said Richard Shaddick. Richard Sadick. Richard Sadick, sorry. Richard Sadick. You're saying that the game might be tight in the end. It appears so. So we are getting a wicket over. Yeah, and he's saying that West Indies women team can beat any other team once they apply themselves. Yeah, we as I said, Richard Sadiq, we can beat any team on a given day. If Australia play at their best and India play at their best and West Indies play at their best, we're not going to beat those teams, you know. But on any given day, we can beat any team because there are some real quality in our team. You know, even since we didn't play a fabulous innings, you know. So, but we do not have the depth to consistently beat teams like Australia and India and England. We are South Africa probably just about on par, you know. But England, Australia, India, we don't have the depth to beat them consistently. On any given day, yes, we can beat them in a one-half match, but over a 5-match series, we are not going to defeat India, Australia, or England. We won't. Yeah. 37 from 69 balls. Well, the ball is not an issue, but I love this girl, Selena Williams. 52 needed now, 52 for 4. 153 for 4 at the end of over number 9. 53 for 4. So if we can get another wicket. I love this girl. I love her bowling. And you look at someone like Selena Williams. What is going on here? Is that another wicket? Is my screen alone that is breaking up and freezing and so on? Is it 93 for 5 now? Is it Ashwin Munisar out? I don't know. I say 53 for 4 after 9 overs. Is my screen alone freezing? Let me try something here to make sure that it's not my screen alone freezing. You know? 53 for 4 after 9. Why all of a sudden, you know, that is happening. Oh, that is me. So look at swung away by Sherman Canberra on the bunks to Wilmot on the deep backward square leg boundary. And there's another singer. Yeah, it's. So the feed is you know, it's glitching, and I have experienced. It's probably it's not the, as someone who stream live cricket, I know it's it's not the production company fault. More than likely, it's always have something to do with the connectivity. You know, it's always something to do with the internet. But my one is glitching. So yeah. It's a pity Jamaica couldn't score that 110. The run out of the veteran Stephanie Taylor was crucial. Had she not run out at that time and continue and say face another 10, 15 deliveries, we would have gotten those runs. Maybe we need to introduce science into our cricket, said Jamor Small. Oh, your screen too is glitching, Banana Brooks. So it's not mine alone. White bowls to Charmaine Campbell down the leg side. Good take there by Rashada Williams. The score means at 55 for 4. It's really an internet issue. Jumping screen here too, said Banana Brooks. Okay, thank you very much. So 55 for 4. So I look at Selena Williams, right? And she's getting the ball to go both ways off the seam. As she bowls again to Shemaine Campbell, who plays it to mid-wicket and Cherry Nation field, and there is no run. The score means at 55 for 4. Yeah, she's getting the ball to shape both way off the field. What prevents her now from losing some weight, strengthen her core, running a little faster, hit the deck a little harder, and be a much better cricketer. And in a year time or 2 years time, she's playing franchise cricket all over the world. Because she looks good. Again, as she's tight to the stump, Campbell played it to mid-wicket again, Nation field, and there's no run. That's a drinks break. 55 for 4 after 10 overs. So they need a further 33 runs to win. But these wickets can go very quickly because this is Guyana batting. Guyana batting can fall away very, very quickly. Yes, you know. So I'm making a point. I don't know much about her. I don't know if she has a 9-to-5 job. I don't know that. That could be the case why most of the Jamaican players are so you know, they are above what you'd call, I want to put it the right way, you know, because I want to say it in a respectful way, you know. They are plus size, for want of a better word. So that's why so many of the Jamaican players are plus size. They may well have to go to work, a 9-to-5 work. Some of them may work at a hotel on the North Coast and so on and all of those things. So they may well have to work. Well, what about do a Shamar Joseph, where Shamar Joseph fiance said to him, I will take care of the children. We'll tough it out. Go and pursue your dream. You know, leave your work as a security guard. No longer a security guard. Leave that. Go and pursue your dream. I will take care of the children. Try that for 2 years and see what happens. Can her fiance say to her, try it? Can she say to her fiance, look, I'm good at this, you know, babes. I'm good at this. But for work and to be really reach the standard we want to reach, I can't do it. So I ask you for 2 years. I'm going to put some training in it. I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to strengthen my core. I'm going to run in and bowl hard. And hope that by the next 2 years, me start get some T20 franchise and with cricket contract, and our financial situation will change, you know. So let's see. Yeah. Banana Brooks, you're saying that it's very difficult to follow the feed. Well, I'm using my expertise, you know, to try. Yeah, try. If Jamaica get 2 more wickets, they'll win the game. Well, it depends on when we get those 2 wickets. So, Shady Nation to bowl her 3rd over, 1 for 9 from her first 2 overs. She'll bowl to Ashmini Munisar. And if we can knock over Ashmini Munisar in this over, it will be good. I think Guyana only 10 runs ahead at this point. Oh, it's loud appeal. You must give that. Yes. Oh, she goes. Well done, Shady Nation. Jamaica is in this, you know. Jamaica is in this 55 for 5. Ashmini Munisar goes plumb leg before. So the mother of Jamaica cricket have gotten another wicket. Oh, she's the mother. Wow. 55 for 5, match on. Where is, what's her name? She was with us earlier during when Jamaica was batting. Yes, she was with us earlier. Yeah, don't go ahead of me, Banana Brooks, please. Wait on me, please. Here is Shady Nation. She's going to bowl to Williams. She cannot bat. She stroke it in the air, but the mother comes across and field. Laureen Williams. First I'm seeing her, and she's batting at number 7. She's batting behind Ashmini Munisar. That means she can't bat. Bowls off the back foot. That looks good, though. She strokes that nicely. She has some, she should have batted at number 5. She looks cleaner than Manny Mangro. Campbell is going to try and win this match on her own, and that's how we're going to get her out, because she's going to start play too many shots, and we're going to get her out. Nation bowls to Williams, turn it away nicely through mid-wicket. This girl should bat at 5. She should have certainly batted ahead of Mangru and Munisar. Why they have her so late? 56 for 5 after 10.4. Nation 2 for 10 from 2.4. Campbell comes into strike. Here is Nation now. The right arm off spinner. The veteran. She's up, bowls to Campbell, who swings this away. Down back with a square leg. Work for the 2 fielders. Oh, both of them make a meal of it, and it goes into the boundary for 4, or they stopped it. Somehow they seem to stop it. Both of them was coming across. One moving to her left. The ball was in the gap between the deep backward square leg and the deep mid wicket. And did they stop it, or did it go into the boundary for 4? The 4 runs. It hit the boundary rope, 4 runs. They made a meal of it. So 4 runs to the total. Both of them got there, but again, it's low IQ. One did not go in front of the other go behind. You know, those things you learn, those in fielding. Off the front foot, steered it away, can't beat the field at cover. Who fumbles? That's Stephanie Taylor. End of the over, 60 for 5 at the end of 11 overs. 60 for 5. Campbell is on 33 from 29 deliveries. 60 for 5. They need 28 more to win. So you, yes, Jamo Small, we speak it and it happened, yeah? Yeah? Oh, yes, okay, yeah, yeah. Yes, I'm saying that I know you're probably worried now because, you know, Joan, you're worried now, you're getting nervous, 60 for 5. You're worried that if Canberra out, you may lose. Okay, Banana Brooks. Yeah, okay, thank you. Let's go Guyana. That's nice. I love that, Joan. I love that. Let's go Guyana. So Stephanie Taylor comes into the attack. I would bring back Kate Wilmot for a 1 over, you know. I would bring her back for a 1 over. Laureen Williams, she's going to face up now to Stephanie Taylor, who is in the veteran. She's off the back foot. She strokes that into the covers. And there's a ring of 5. There's a short third man, a backward point, a cover point. Then there's a cover, extra cover, and a long off. So the Jamaican captain is squeezing Laureen Williams now, forcing her to go over the top. Here's the veteran. Bowls to drive down the ground. Good work by Stephanie Taylor. Just skipping across. Ensure that Campbell does a passer and at the same time getting an hand to the ball. 3 good deliveries by the veteran. She's going to bowl to Williams. She's up. Bowls to Williams. Williams played back in the air. Oh! A fitter, younger Stephanie Taylor would have taken that, you know. Because that lob back in the air. But you can understand. I understand. I do understand. I do understand why she never took that. 60 for 5. Stephanie Taylor, the right arm off spinner. She's over the wicket. Bowl to Williams, and Williams drive in the air. Caught. Good catch. Look at who took that catch. It was a good catch. Let's see who took that catch. Good catch. She drove at it. Low down catch. Well taken by Bryce. Oh, Bryce took a stunner at cover point. It must be Bryce. Jamaica is in this, you know. The pressure. Look at that catch. Good low down catch by Bryce. Clean as a whistle. And she protected, not like the West Indies fielders. She protected it. Joanne McCray must be worried now. She must be nervous. I need to hear from her. We need to bowl them out. We need to bowl them out to win. Yes, we have to bowl them out to win. I agree with you, Uncle Perry. Munisar for West Indies, she plays 11. I don't know if Munisar. Let me run through some comment and then come back to you, Garth Williams. Remember Guyana lose to Leeward Islands, and I don't know how put they. I don't. Repeat that for me. Thank you, Jamor Small. West Indies. Yeah, go on, Stephanie Taylor. Yeah, she got a wicket. So West Indies playing 11. Munisar. I know when I spoke to the coach, she said Munisar brings something different. But would you play? I always wonder how Munisar makes the team ahead of swung away by the new batswoman, that's Latoya Williams. Is she related to Lorraine Williams, who just got out? So Stephanie Taylor over has been completed. 61 for 6. If you look at the West Indies team, Ramarak may well be the best off spinner in the world, right? Arguably she is. Charisma Ramarak. Then you have Ailey Matthews bowling off spin, right? So that is 2 off spinner. Then you have Muma. What's Muma name again? Fletcher. You have Fletcher bowling her leg spin. And then you would have a Stephanie Taylor who can contribute with her off spin. So really and truly, you wouldn't want Munisar in the West Indies team. Because if I'm picking the West Indies team, even Fafana Millington, for me, is ahead of Munisar. So, Shady Nation to bowl her final over. 3 overs, 2 for 14. She's round the wicket to Latoya Williams, who plays this away through the offside. Misfield by the field at cover. Wilmot gave chase, but the ball still go into the boundary. As a poor technique there by Wilmot. She gave chase, and then just her techniques let her down as she looked to pull back the ball, as she looked to slide and pull back the ball, and it goes into the boundary for 4. I hope she hasn't hurt herself. You know, good athletic. Maybe she's the only one on the field who could run down that ball, but the technique lose her. These girls don't train. They don't train these things. They don't practice these things because the techniques just went a while ago. There was no techniques. No techniques. No techniques at all. Yes. You know. Banana Brooks is saying, we want wickets, said Uncle Perry. But Banana Brooks is saying, well done, captain, field placings. Yeah, that is true. Short, it away. Wide of mid-off, straight to Wilmot. Sends the return into the keeper. And Rashada Williams is not happy. The ball cannot be going to mid-off and they're getting a single. And I've been talking about this so long. I've been talking about this all the time. The ball cannot be going to mid-off and you're getting a single. You don't run to mid-off. No time do you run to mid-off. The cricket just not play so. Ball can't go mid-off and you get a single, man. Nation comes in, bowls to Sherman Campbell, who plays it down the ground. Past the bowler who misfield, and they are giving it this away now. After all the hard work that Jamaica have done to pull themselves back in this match, we just start to give it away. All the hard work. Shady Nation not feeling off her own bowling. Kate Wilmot not knowing how to dive to stop a ball. Nation comes in, bowls to Campbell, wide, 71 for 6. Campbell is on 37. Latoya Williams is with her. She's on 6. After all that work, bowls Campbell beaten outside the half stump. Much better from Nation. That one held its line. It never came back. Remind you that tomorrow morning, the second innings of the World Cup match, we'll be doing a watch along. So join us then. Campbell uses his feet, strokes this down to the field long on. That's Wilmot. They get a singer. One more to the total. It goes up by 1 to 72. 72 for 6 after 12.3. Can Nation clean up Campbell Williams with this delivery? Another wickets now, they'll still put the cats among the pigeons, you know. Boy, those two boundaries. Those two boundaries, man. Oh, it was the last delivery of the over. I was following the score. Those two boundaries really, you know. So Joanne McRae said, take your times, girl. We have a lot of balls to make the runs. We cannot lose no more wickets. Yes, Stephanie Taylor. She comes in now, bowls to Campbell, who strokes it in the gap to the right of backward point. And well done, Stephanie Taylor. I think that Stephanie Taylor just bowled that ball so that Campbell can get the singer. And so now she's going to get a hat trick now. So a hat trick here from Stephanie Taylor. And my good friend Joanne McRae will be nervous. And, you know, as soon as I spoke it, and then she realized that Taylor can get an hat trick. She start nervous. We need a slip though, Rashada Williams. Taylor round the wicket, bowls to Williams, who swings and misses. She whips off the bails, but Latoya Williams is more balanced in his crease than when the Jamaicans were batting. So not out. Can we get an hat trick? Come, Taylor, we need a hat trick from you. We must have a slip, Rashada. Please, beg your slip, Rashada. Beg your slip. Stephanie Taylor bowls to Williams, and Williams hit this in the air, mid-on, mid-off. Oh, it dropped short. Oh, lucky. Lucky from her. She hit it in the air over the head of the bowlers. Mid-on and mid-off, closing on it, but none of them could get to it. The score goes up by 1, 74 for 6. Good night, Atina. How you doing, legend? Good to have you here, man. One of the big time legend, Athena. Stephanie Taylor bowls to Campbell, who swept this away down backward of square leg for 4. She's the class. Once she's there, the runs is going to come. So badly lined here by Stephanie Taylor. It was really a nothing delivery. You probably would get away with that ball into a lesser batsman, but not Campbell. She just swept it away down backward of square leg into the boundary. 4 runs. Good shot. 78 is it now for 6. Taylor to Campbell off the back foot, and she plays this to the field at cover, and there is no run. The score remains at 78 for 6. So 78 for 6 with 1 to come in the over. Campbell is on strike. She's on 43. She has batted well. Taylor over the wicket, bowls to Canberra, and Canberra just dab this into the offside and take a single. Poor from the Jamaicans. Poor. You should have known that she was going to look the single. You have to close in faster than that. Yeah, you have to close in faster than that, girls. Come on, girls, man. We did so much hard work we did to pull it back, and then now we just lapsing at the last moment and allowing Joanne McRae to relax, you know. Sorry, Joanne. Athena, where is Darren Samilaya? Is he okay? Have you seen him on any other platform or anything? Because we always want to know that everyone is okay, you know. And if they are not okay, and we always also want to be there for them and send them our best wishes, you know. And if they are not with us anymore, we also want to acknowledge that and show them our respect, you know. Show the respect that deserve. So we always want to know, as Vanessa Watts bowls to Canberra, and she played it down to long on for a single. So for me, right now, I would be bowling Selena White and Kate Wilmot. It's 8 runs Guyana need to win. So Jamaica need a hat-trick. Kate Wilmot has an over remaining. Selena White, I think, has 2 overs remaining. I think those are the 2 best bowlers in the Jamaica team. I'll be bowling those 2. Those are the 2 bowlers that I'll be bowling. Yes, Selena bowl, and that played away down to the fielder in the deep. They will come back for 2 by Latoya Williams. So Selena White bowled 2 overs, 1 for 6. Kate Wilmot bowled 3 overs, 2 for 17. Shady Nation bowled 4 overs, 2 for 25. But she's finished, you know. So I have to bowl Selena White and bowl Kate Wilmot. That not because you don't have to bowl everybody, you know. You don't have to bowl everybody. You're looking to win the match. You know, that one was tossed up by Watt, and Williams looked to swing inside edge onto his pad, goes out into the offside, and they get a single, 83 now for 6. They need 5 runs to win. You have to bring back your 2 most effective bowlers. You have to. You know, as that one played away to short mid-wicket, good work there by the field. That shot at mid-wicket to close in and prevent the run. That's the energy we want to see. That's the energy we want to see. Here's Watts. Over the wicket, short to Campbell. Campbell plays it into the offside, and they will get a single, 1 more to the total. She will keep the strike. It's 84 now for 6. It must be White or Wilmot time now. And that's why I always said, you know, I don't like the fact that Darren Sammy is captain. I'm sorry that Blunder Factory is captain in the team from the bench. I don't like that. But I'm sure Blunder Factory would have said, bring back Kate Wilmot or bring back Celine White. But she's sticking with Stephanie Taylor, who comes in and she just dabbed that away down to backward point, and there is no run. 84 for 6. Yeah, you definitely need your best bowler to try and get a hat trick now, because that's the only way we're going to win the match. Taylor bowl short. Look, a loud appeal. Raise your finger. Come on, Jacqueline Williams. You have to give a warm tongue decision. Oh, come on, Jacqueline Williams, man. You have to pull something out of the bag for Jamaica. Oh, come on. Come on, Jacqueline Williams. Oh, Jacqueline Williams. I don't think it is out going up. I think it's going down the leg side, but Jacqueline Williams need to send her. Come on, man. You need to give a Jamaica decision. Down the ground goes Canberra. She used her feet and just hit it down the ground for the winning runs and said, enough is enough. Guyana have won. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Banana Brooks. I love that, Banana Brooks. You did your research. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Mrs. Brown. I love that. Thank you very much. Yes, Cade Banana Brooks. Cade. Yes, she's Cade Wilmot. Yes, smart batting. I can't take that away from her, Joanne McRae. It was really a pleasure having you all here. You know, please join me in the morning for the second innings of the World Cup match between West Indies and Afghanistan. As I have said, don't take this match lightly. Afghanistan have beaten South Africa. They are a good under 19 bunch. And so the match starts 2:30 Jamaica time in the morning and 3:30 a.m. in the Eastern Caribbean. I will do the second inning. So I will start somewhere around 4 hours time too. So about 6:35 thereabout, I will start. If the second inning start before that, I will start, but I should start about 6:35. Please remember to check out the link to the Cricket Forum store in the video description where you can get your cricket gears and other items. The Cricket Forum storefront is on Amazon, so you go to Amazon, click on the link, it will take you to Amazon. You will see the Cricket Forum storefront. And also check out M&M Chocolate. Valentine's Day is coming up. The link is also in the video description. Click on it. Use the code LOVEBIRDS and get 15%. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. See you in the morning.